MRVL is the new Balenciaga.
That word jazz too much. It's all right. I guess they have to differentiate, describe. Actually, it's improvisation on themes. That's what it is. Yeah. And to this day, we still power. Ain't that note?
Hey, I just started the stream with Marvel. Marvel's up at 32.4%, up another 1% after hours. It keeps climbing. It keeps climbing. And futures are now closed. But wow, just another semiconductor going insane. And I mean, there was an opportunity. You had your chance. You never knew that earnings were going to do something like this, right? But this one was like one of the most beautiful setups maybe of the year. It just wasn't going anywhere. I mean, it took forever. You know, you had Google and Amazon and Shopify. There's some good setups. This one was just unreal because of that back test from 2006. 2006, man. Right there. Confirming a bottom. But then, like, even nicer, just you know, good reaction off of that level, and then just this perfect back test twice. And it was the dragon, right? The dragon breakout back test at the same time. That's like that's TA stuff. I mean, that's like what's taught here, despite like whatever, you know, being a dead streamer and all that. I mean, like, this is what I've taught for 5.5 years and will continue to teach until it's completely over, until just no one else is watching, which we're getting there, right? We keep going on this pace, we'll be there. So I'll keep doing it till then. And NVIDIA, inverse head and shoulders, Google, 3 rising valleys, Shopify, 3 rising valleys, inverse head and shoulders into 3 rising valleys. Amazon was inverse head and shoulders back test of a resistance and support with a piercing line reversal. I mean, these things, but it was just months ago when you had those optimum entries. This one gave you this luxurious couple back tests because, like, you know, the others did not do anything like that. So, great stuff. And then we can look at NVIDIA. Still up there. Highest daily candle close since ever. And an engulfing candle after yesterday's just indecision after the massive 30% markup. 410, 1272, $444, 144. You just never know. You have no idea how high this can go. This could be like what's happening 2000, you know, going straight line up, and no one's going to really be able to know when it actually ends. And that's what we could be going into that phase for just like the select tech stocks, not the others. Everything else is normal. Not really a big deal. A lot of things look terrible. Dow Jones, you know it. Most things look like crap there. But, you know, there's still Apple involved. There's still some tech involved with the Dow Jones. And my God, the QQQ hitting its highest levels, you know, in over a year. We're going to look at these. I just wanted to look at these 2 big ones because it was just crazy, right? You want to look at Bitcoin? I mean, I don't think anyone wants to do anything anymore here. Okay, so I'm just going to look at Bitcoin and show you, you know, it's trying to break back above the key level, 26,670. I mean, there's still time left, you know, like 45 minutes where it may close below it again. Nothing really impressive. The bearish engulfing candle still active until there's a daily candle close above 27,200. I mean, that could happen. I mean, false bearish breakdowns, false bullish breakouts happen every day. They're pretty common. They happen all. They're more common than not. Right? I think false breakouts are more common than actual real breakouts with follow through and volume and price action. So you broke down 2 days ago, you back tested yesterday, but absolutely no follow through. How the heck could that happen with, you know, how tech performed today, every day, never going to stop, right? So that's where you are on Bitcoin. Ethereum looks marginally better. Really just kind of impressive. 12 hours, awesome. Back testing the 200 moving average, staying above it, but just, you know, sideways. Same price it was at April 26th, same price April 2nd, same price March 19th as today, same price August of last year, same price June of last year, same price July 2021, April 2021, February 2021. All right. Okay, cool. Just saying though, it's been in this uptrend, and it looks like the consolidation's down sloping and contracting, but still maybe a little too early. There's so much that could happen. You know, price could be confined within this these 2 trend lines, and it could go all over. It could go down to 1680, could run straight up to 1870 next. I mean, you're just in the middle, man. It's pretty tough here. Volume is certainly receding. I guess that's kind of good. The price is kind of going sideways with waning volume. So like some form of divergence here would be like class B divergence in that way. And so I think the oscillators were also showing it, and still is. I mean, positive memos there. Oh, you need some price action, you know, buyers got to come in. And then you could be going as high as minimum 1880 just to test the supply line again. That's it. All right. BNB up 0.76%. Bearish and golden candle from 2 days ago still active till buyers can get a daily close above 313.30. Just sideways. You know, nothing new, nothing changes. Yep. Okay, cool. That's it. That's as much time we'll spend on it. XRP up 2.8%. Nice. I actually caught the bids. But really, it's still about the exact same price as that on the 19th. Same price it was at on the 5th. Same price it was at on the 22nd in April. Same price it was at in March. Same price it was at in November 2022. September. May of last year. Same price it was 1 year ago. But yeah, I mean, optimistic, I guess. If that's a true back test, then target would be like 50 cents. Just a level from November of last year. September last year. I think that'd be a good target. If it's all about Bitcoin. Can the buyers keep the price above 26.7 long enough? They could. If they do, then XRP's got a good shot of seeing 50 cents again. So it broke out. And this is like kind of a structure that Ethereum's working on its own development. All right, here's total. There's total, dude. Total market cap, is it above 1.1 trillion? No. You know, it really does paint a picture and take away the questions on the Bitcoin chart, Ethereum chart. When you look at this, there's just nothing endearing about it. You can't even think positive until 1.13 trillion market cap is breached. And until then, it's just you put in your lowest low, you're rallying, maybe you make a lower high, maybe you back test 1.095 trillion before rolling over again. And it just, unfortunately, we can smoke some hopium.
Closed above 26,700 on the 2-day. Would that be a piercing line reversal candle? Trying to get familiar with LTA. Inverse the chart. 0.008503666 ETH.
So, Rob, well, unfortunately, one thing about piercing lines and dark cloud covers, a market that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it's literally impossible to get an actual piercing line or dark cloud cover, right? Because it requires, like, the key characteristic of the Japanese candlestick pattern is, say, for a dark cloud cover, the price must open the next day higher than the previous candle's close. Impossible because it's 24/7, right? And then vice versa with the piercing line, the price must open lower than the close from the previous day in order for that pierce to happen. And so there you go. That just answers the question. It's just an impossibility in crypto because 24/7. Get it? It's one of the only candles that's kind of like that. Bearish abandon, bullish abandon babies are like that. You know, it's impossible in crypto, but normal, like traditional markets that open and close, you get them all the time, right? So we can look at the 2-day if you want. I mean, just to play in. I appreciate the contribution, man. 2-day, right? It can't, because the price would have had to open lower than the previous candle's close, but in fact, today's open was the exact identical price to the close yesterday, so it's impossible. Hopefully that makes sense. But hey, good news. 2-day candle. Looks like you could be in 41 minutes. It's very close. I would think that it's probably going to close right around where it is now. I don't think there's going to be any price action unless it's up, in the next 41 minutes. So I think you're safe. I think that you could say at least somewhat false bearish breakdown on the 2-day, because you can see the level here began March 18th. And the level was 26,650. There you go, man. All right. So let's go to the S&P 500. People are excited. You should be, maybe, if one's getting excited, NASDAQ, go to the Qs, right? S&P's kind of like, a very good day, but wait a second. I mean, it was a really good day. It was incredible. It was the highest daily candle close of the year, 2023, highest daily candle close since August 17th. But there's a massive overhead resistance and a massive zone inflection above you that you have not breached. You haven't even really tested it yet. You have tested it on futures, but it's good. I mean, above the 200-day moving average, 200-day, 2-day moving average. Let's go to the daily. Or that was the highest 2-day candle close, and it really was the highest daily candle close too. Barely, but it was. It rivaled that close from May 18th. But just meandering on up above the fake out level again from June and February. So, but yeah, I think you will test it. It doesn't make any sense for the market participants to not just go test 4230, that high from May 7th of 2021, the low from July of 2021, the low from January 2022. I just have no idea how or why that would not be tested, but obviously anything's possible. I'm just telling you, like there's like inflection above us. Have we hit an 886 yet from the August high? Because that'd be great. No, we were getting close. Not even. See what I'm saying? Like an 88% retrace is that level from 2021. That's it. And it's just, you're not there yet. So, okay, there's probably a little more upside, whatever. Long weekend. No resolution on the debt ceiling stuff, but of course, I don't know what they're doing. Let's go to Dow Jones. Had a good day today because, I mean, a rising tide lifts all ships. Today was like a massive melt up. I mean, just frothy. And crazy how, like, the 200-day simple moving average was defended. Oh, wow. What the... Sorry, I didn't have my price up. Right, 200-day moving average defended, almost an engulfing. It was so strong that there was an actual small gap, like you opened higher than yesterday's close. But that's good and all. I mean, that's great. I love it, like almost engulfing candles and 200 being defended on insane macro days, right? Right. The PCE was higher than expected marginally. Stock market loved it. Inflation's still running hot. But without that being said, with the Dow Jones, you're still below the key inflection zone after putting in the third, the consecutive lower high. So still bearish. Like, hey, S&P a little bit more upside. This one, I mean, this whole idea does not become invalid till you're breaking like 34,280, which of course that could happen. I'm just saying. It's got the key characteristics of redistribution, and what really sinks in for me is this high from August. That's the one attempt from buyers, and this entire time from November to now is like this second massive attempt from buyers to make higher prices, to start rivaling highs from March, April, February of 2022, and they're just failing. So, and that just, I mean, the psychology of buyers and sellers just seems like they're quietly offloading. They're quietly building a short position because this thing eventually, if the TA is respected on this one, we get a big dump. We get a big drawdown to at least 31,425, and then eventually 30K. But it hasn't happened yet, and I don't know how it could with how insane the rest of the market's, I mean, not even the rest. This is the rest of the market, how insane tech's doing. Let's go to the NASDAQ. There were massive breakouts, man. Massive breakouts happened on the QQQ. But look at this, just a test of 13K, which is a level, like a high from December 2020, a low from January 2021, February, May of 2021. Look, some sort of peak from May of last year. And then, price action correlated to it in August. But here you are again. You're right back at it. And this is, I believe, slightly above an 886. I mean, you're getting above that. That's crazy, man. High to low. Yeah, 12,826. You just blasted through it like it was nothing today. But closed after touching a resistance. And how about that piercing line? Hey, you talking about a piercing line, Rob? Might be one of the most legendary piercing lines identified, right, of the year. Crazy, right? And little did you know at the time, like, what it would become, but dang. turned into a king, man. All right, so that's the NASDAQ at resistance. Highest daily candle close since August 18th, maybe even the 16th by a cent. So that's the highest price, highest close of the year of 2023. It's been killing it, man. Let's just go to the QQQ for Ali G. And so this is kind of rare we do this, but to answer the question.
Technology, what is that all about? Is it good or is it whack?
It's literally both. Literally both. You broke out yesterday kind of on the gap up and just a flood of bids. A gap officially filled from April 8th of last year. There's another unfilled gap at 360. That certainly would be the next target. If buyers, on Tuesday can continue this rally. Just plotting it for you. But that's magnificent. 342 was kind of everything, man. Like, it was the zone from, you see the overhead resistance, you just broke it like it was a joke. Maybe you come back test that in time. But now at least you know where you'd be headed next. Gap fills. That's the last gap fill too. So if that doesn't fill, that's crazy. Like, how? No other gaps, just one more. So let's just squeeze up a little bit more to fill that. But what a wedge. What a structure broken. And that'll happen, right? None of these patterns represent 100% chance of something happening ever. So this just went upward. All right, so let's look at Russ 2000. Man, it's pretty bad, man. Like, I love the price action. I love the dragon breakout. I love today 1.1% up, but dude, this should not be performing so miserably. Did you just see what we were looking at? Marvel 30%, Nvidia 30%. S&P 500 highest close since August, Qs, NASDAQ, and then you got the Russ 2000 highest daily candle close since 3 days ago. Terrible, just awful. When this whole rally ends, my God, these assets on this are gonna get demolished, man. The performance is miserable. That's like weakness. Lots of weakness on this. No bids. No one wants this. They only want 7 stocks and maybe a few more at this point. All right, so I'm just showing you. Hey, dude, I love it above 173 just because if it's above 173, it's above the key inflection points. You're safe. But when you fall below these levels, you get an immense amount of danger, technically. So it's cool. You're safe until it falls below 170. It'll chop around for who knows how much longer. Same effing price it was at May of last year to the dollar. Still below the 200-day moving average. That shooting star is still valid too, which is crazy. Buyers are gonna close the day above 178 to invalidate that. But then it's like you got to deal with this like 179, 180 level. 180 is like a big inflection point, psychological. You got to break that, man. You've just not been able to. So let's look at some of this tech, man. We got to, right? We got to look at Apple. Apple, highest daily candle close. You can't even believe it. One of the highest daily candle closes in human history. Highest daily candle close since April 4th of last year. That happened. Just not by much, but yeah, it's there. And oh man, this pattern is completely invalid now. Could be. Obviously the violation on both sides, and then immediately like no follow through. Just this may not be the way it's being perceived because you're at the end of the effing line, dude. Look at the apex right there. You're just a couple days away from touching the apex. Crazy, man. Crazy. All right, so biggest market cap asset in the world, performing wonderfully, and maybe they'll never let it go. Just saying, You're not above the 88% retrace yet from the all-time high to the lowest low after. Still below it. 176.36. Just remember that. Remember this level. Crazy pills up here. Microsoft 52-week highs, killing it, man. I think it hit an 88, like a major 886 today. Oh, it didn't. It's so close, man. Are you kidding me? Saw it. I'm like, oh, it's about to do it. How do you not do that? After hours, it's up 0.23%. It'll do it. Freaking next time the market's open, it'll probably do it. 334.07. I'm just talking about from the highest high ever to the lowest low after. There it is. 338, kind of a, resistance, a high from November 2021. Then 342 after that. But yeah, man, this is like a straight line up. Just understand, this is the reaction territory. This is where assets react. You saw gold, right? Number go up, straight line up, then it hits the 886 and starts consolidating, up sloping, and finally started reacting recently. You just know, who knows how long it'll take up at these levels. But wow, what a run. What an effing run. Microsoft. You saw Bill Gates on the thumbnail, right? He's there. He's buff. And he's gonna, buy up all the farmland, and you're gonna eat fake meat and take experimental vaccines, all those things. He will do. He's a superhero for that. Super villain. Okay, Microsoft, Apple, Google. So Google kind of underperformed today. A little disappointing. Can't break this golden retrace. There it is, man. The golden retrace. Lame. That is the second target of the trade setup. There's one more. One more target at the 886. I guess we picked the wrong one, right? But I'm telling you, Microsoft just didn't have the textbook. It had accumulation. It's just that and it had on its third low, it was like a back test of a level from history. So, burn me at the stake for picking this one over Microsoft. But this one was so much more structurally sound. It was just by the book. So, if this was Microsoft, Google would be at $143 right now, but it's not. So, and did it take out the, see, it didn't even take out the high from May 22nd. Come on, man. All right, so that's where we stand. Nothing burger here today on Google. Let's go to Amazon. The only ones worth watching these days, right? Highest daily candle close since October 25th. Finally catching some more price action off that entry, right? Hey, Rob. Piercing line. Piercing down. This could be, this one was good too. NASDAQ had it. But look, dude, that's incredible stuff, right? It's undeniable. 2018, 2019 peaks. Buyers recaptured that level, and then they formally tested this level successfully as support. That was the signal, and then now the rallies ensuing. Soon to be, you're approaching that 38% retrace, which is massive underperformance to Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia. Good God, it's a joke. It's actually pathetic compared to Google. And we just talked about Google massively underperforming Microsoft and Apple. If this was the Google chart, then Amazon would be at 148. If this was the Microsoft chart, it'd be at 177. If this was the Nvidia chart, it would be above $218. Crazy, man. Or be maybe like 210. So that's just on the scale of performance. It's slower going, but a 4.44%, is that good enough? I dig it, man. I dig it a lot. It was at a great strategic entry level. And you had all the signals in the world telling you. So Amazon, Microsoft, Google. Let's look at the big four. Right? Let's look at Meta, another contributor to insanity. Highest daily candle close on Facebook I mean, I don't know, since February 2nd, because that's where it gapped down. So just mooning, and really there's nothing here. Facebook could be headed to $295, just again, based on levels, right? You're above all of them right now. There's just nothing here till the next one. $295 to $300, and there's no structure. It's just impulsing. It's just a straight line up. It's just going. You probably could draw a really crazy looking channel too. Sure. Should we? Dare I? I don't know if I could do it, man. That's not the way it's gonna be. Let's see if we get anchor here. Got it legged up like that, right? Extend this. Just trying to make sense of it, you know? Seems pretty good here on the bottom end. Getting 3 touches on the bottom, 1 on the top. Look at the heart line respect. I like even a gapped up heart line respect, and now it's just right back at that heart line and breaking that heart line. A clear shot to $295, $300 to test that supply line. Would be confluent with the overhead resistance. So that's where you are on Meta or Facebook, Zuckerberg. Sweet. So we can look at Tesla, because Tesla was, just part of that, the big 7. Highest daily candle close since April 3rd. Bullish engulfing candle, pretty much. And I love how buyers defended 180, 182 twice and catching some follow through. That's lovely. I think he broke a supply line here. Let's see. Very close if he didn't. My God, it's like it actually didn't, right? If we're just talking about one anchor point, a second anchor point, look how you tested it. Intraday you were breaking out, but then closed below. It's not that big a deal. It just, that's kind of where you are here. And, horizontally, I mean, you think 205 would be the target. You're still below the 200-day moving average, which is $200. You failed to test that today. I mean, no touch. Oscillators look good for maybe a little more upside. Okay, that's good. You can talk about a piercing line reversal. Oh, maybe it was an engulfing. My God. Let's see here. Let's scale it. That's actually just like Amazon, chat. Here was Tesla. Right, open lower than the previous candle's close, and then pierced through 99.9% of the previous candle. Closed above that open, giving it the piercing line, because if it was any higher, it'd just be a massive bullish engulfing candle. So either way, win-win, and it was all at an inflection point. And that's where you're looking for Japanese candlesticks to develop. And the next day confirmed it. And sideways after, but it was valid. Beautiful stuff, man. Wasn't all rainbows and butterflies today. I mean, you had Tilray down 21%. Are they going bankrupt, man? It was trying to hold this level too. Oh God, dude, all-time lows. Wow, you know what's whack? I'm just extend this trend line out a little bit more. Still not even touching that, but all right, 244 was all-time lows from years ago, back from 2020. And look, just that's it. You've never been this low before. And who knows how much further it's gonna go. It was bad though. There was no earnings today. I don't really know. Was there a news-driven catalyst? Of course, but I don't know what it was. Does anyone know why Tilray is going extinct? Ulta Beauty, that has been low-key Bitcoin, Nvidia. It had been down 13.3%, 13.37%. So elite. Wow, how about that, man? Earnings dead, massive. This is a breakaway gap. This won't fill anytime soon, based on the volume and the amount of downside that happened. Pre-market or after hours or whatever. That won't fill. anytime soon. So it could be over. Then the blow off top of Ulta finally here. My God, we've been waiting for 84 years for it. And that was the lowest daily candle close really since November. Just gapped through the 200, gapped through. I mean, it was trying to hold that level too before earnings. Just gone, done. Yeah, again, it could be done for a while. Yeah, I mean, 369 is your target. That's it, man. Oof. Wow, the VIX going extinct, man. It's below 18 now. Wow, let's check on Calm again. Calm, you know, it was only down 2%. But dude, I'm just waiting for this thing to see $35. Again, it's just hanging in there. Maybe it'll fill the gap or something. But dang, dude, it was perfect setup for lower prices. There's just not much. Man, how was Hilton? Hilton's down. All right, so Hilton yesterday, bullish abandoned baby. 3 Japanese candlestick pattern at, I think, the 200. And I was like, wow, no way, dude. No effing way. Is it gonna do it? Is it actually gonna reverse here at the demand line in 200? Well, the problem is, technically, there's no follow through on the bullish. This is a bullish abandoned baby that's got no confirmation. And the problem is, this candle that was supposed to maybe be some confirmation on a day length today, how in the F is Hilton doing this? This is like dark cloud covering after the bullish abandoned baby. So it's like they're about to send the baby back to the orphanage or something, right? Because I think like a bullish abandoned baby is the story of the baby being abandoned, but then being found, and everything's good. But they're about to send the baby back to being abandoned again or something. I don't know why it's even called that, but dark cloud covering. That's just not good. That's not really what you're looking for. You want some, hey, let's just close near we closed yesterday, or just a doji candle. Nothing like this ugly. But until the gap fills and you see 136.87, then it's still kind of valid-ish. I would like confirmation or follow through, and there's been none so far, and just really weak today. In fact, how miserable it was. Look at this high from August of last year. Just rejected, like pretty bad, rejected on such a good day for the macro. I'm like, what? So bear market rally stuff on a lot of these, not tech really. Tech's like, I mean, some of these are hitting all-time highs or near all-time highs. It's like, wow, okay. It's not the same world. I'm not, again, like that tech had like upside potential and arguments. It was all technical at the beginning of the year, and they're playing out, and now they're performing like unbelievably. You couldn't even expect how well they were going to perform. Most of these other ones, though, not tech, they're like this, and it's like the argument's still not good. Still like bad. Still like, the stage is set for way lower prices on Hilton and all the others. Let's look at Target, right? Target, did it break support? It was close. It was the lowest daily candle. Wow, dude, no way. All right, so Target today, yep, confirmed it. Lowest daily candle close on Target since I guess like August 18th of 2020. So multi-year lows today on Target. That level though, you're still not really out of the. I mean, like it's not a real breakdown yet per se. It's just right there, man. It could. I mean, buyers could come in and it could pivot. But wave structure is pretty ugly, and you got a $90 target eventually on this one, so. Well, Brad, maybe I should just stop then. I should just stop. Well, football is not a good analogy, dude, because when you work every day and you do get results. Like I don't know, I work every day. I just where the results. It's like I put in the effort. I work hard at the same level of intensity and effort I put in at the beginning, and no change. So that's a terrible analogy. I still like invest in myself. I still read. I still try to provide more value than I ever have. Like it just doesn't matter. You do that in football, you're gonna win games. You're gonna win titles. All right, been live 41 minutes and 15 minutes till the daily close. Every sector was up today, but the XLV and the XLE energy sector down, and that's weak, man. But that plays into the thesis. Still above $78, but just broke back below that massive rising wedge demand line. So this is why I feel like pretty good about the Dow Jones show and distribution, man, because this is a major player in that, and it's already the insiders and institutions. This is their signature right here. This is them saying we're done, we're dumping quietly. We're not going to let this thing mark down violently or anything, but we are getting out quietly. So, and on a day like today that was unbelievable for tech, how could this happen? Yeah, XLV, healthcare, also a big player on the Dow Jones, performed bad. I mean, lowest daily candle close on the XLV since March, late March, below the 200-day moving average, lower high than previous high. Could be, I mean, pretty much think you're heading back down to 124, 125. This is the sign of weakness, I think. This could be Wyckoff distribution with this being a weakness. So, still feel pretty good about Dow Jones downside. Just, man, tech, how long is the squeeze going to go? How long is this rally going to last? I don't know. It's crazy. The only thing. But yeah, XLK, shoot, dude, up 2.84%. Insane, man. Technology, highest close since January of 2022. The wedge breakout, insane, right? 886 though, haven't seen it. That's 169.57. And really broken overhead resistance from September, like it was nothing. Just sliced it. Inverse capitulation stuff, right? Man, just broke through these levels like it was nothing too. That, I figured that would be a massive test, 163, 164, and just nope, 165. I mean, after hours. So yeah, a little bit more upside before you see the deepest retrace. And look, you know what it is, right? Weekly. You know what the weekly is. It's just a massive bear sharp. That full reset and this massive attempted rally. I wonder how it performs here. I wonder if we get some sort of reaction soon, There it is. Let's go to the weekly on the Qs. So the Qs, not even close to the same. But I think you've hit a golden retrace, right? Like the 618. Look at that. Wow. The golden retrace. It's done. Okay. Interesting. Let's go back to 2000. Let's go back to 2000. All right, let's measure here. How high did we get? High point to low point. Well, I mean, you got a 66% retrace on the Qs before the trend resumed. So we could go a little bit higher and people would just say, meh, no big deal, man. We're new bull market. Everything's good. New paradigm. And then there's not truly much difference from now to 2000 in terms of technical retraces from the high to the low point. So here we are, man. You broke resistance. Life's good. Tech's going to take over the world. Oh, it already has. And it's going to keep taking over. AI. Okay, $350. What's up, Evan? Good to see you, man. Thank you. The super chat. Yeah. Tech after hours is still going. Yeah, for sure. But killed it. And how about the XLY, which remember that massive Terra Luna fractal inverted? Still can't do it, man. You're so close. Right, the inverse head and shoulders chopping through. I mean, 154 will do it. But, you know, if this is real, I mean, this plays out. It'll take you to 173.50. A lot of gap fills and stuff, too. So, all right, if you flip this chart over, it's Terra Luna before Terra Luna collapsed. So, it's all about that one low on a significant time scale and then the second low. And the second low is lower than the first low. And then the inverse head and shoulders occurs, but, you know, it hasn't really broken out yet. So, the big level back from September 2020, again at 154. So Dow Jones Transportation, you want to see this disgusting chart? Like, I don't know how you look at this and be like, oh, I'm so excited about it. I mean, this is probably maybe not your prettiest and it may even fail, but mother of God, man, the Dow Jones Transportation Average Index is like, you see the inflection zone, it's there, and you're below it. And not only are you below it, you're back testing it as resistance a multitude of times, but look at the 200-day moving average price action. Yeah, I know, and engulfing candle yesterday, and of course, the buyer's defending. It's just so much effing contraction, man. Like, they're not letting stuff go down. Even if it's broken technical levels, it doesn't matter. They're not gonna let it go down. So, but this looks terrible. And another thing, the the ARP, which is the equal weighted S&P 500. Is that what it was? Trying to remember the ticker real quick. Yeah, where is it? Why is the ARP not showing up? This isn't it. I don't understand. Hold on. RSP, my bad, dude. RSP, whoops. Okay, so look at this. I mean, you tell me. This is where, say, you know, on the reason why the S&P is doing so well is like a handful of assets are killing it, not performing everything. But if you took that away and you made everything equal weighted, right? Like Apple was equal weighted to anything else in the stock market, this is what it looks like. And this looks like extremely bearish. Like this looks like, oh, we're about to go through a global financial crisis. We're about to leg down again. Like for real, leg down. Like the stage is set for collapse based on the way this chart looks, right? Because the buyers tried once in August. This was their second attempt and they failed miserably, just like you saw, look, one time and then the second time, and failure on the second time, confirmation, and then legging down. One time, two times, and you have like the head and shoulder stuff and the really, that signature of weakness, right? Where maybe there was a right shoulder, but it's so effing weak that there's such lack of demand and or so much supply that the market participants, the buyers that, you know, their pivot came in, the buyers were unable to come even close to rivaling that left shoulder. So that's extremely bearish looking. And you're below the 200-day moving average. I mean, there's just nothing bullish about this chart. And I just can't believe that, like, everyone's so excited and you look. I mean, it's just this level. This look a swing low in 2021, right? 2022, formal bearish back test of that level, not once but twice. And the second test was like a shooting star, evening star right there, like the Dow Jones, right? Dow Jones had two local highs, one and then two confirmation high at the inflection point with the Japanese candlestick reversal. And now, like, look at this. These two highs, it's so subtle, but look at these two highs compared to those highs. They're lower, and there's a confirmation. And then look, there you go. Pretty much a dark cloud cover reversal for rolling over. I mean, just Jesus, man. So bad. So bearish looking. based on price action and the price action correlation to key inflection points from history and moving averages that are, 200. All right. So the target's 138. You almost got there. You didn't. But I mean, look, it's got it's like a high from February 2021, a low from May of last year, December of last year. Once you break that, and pretty easy to say that you'd be going right back down to, this June of last year low. That is equal weighted S&P 500. So eventually, like Apple and all the tech stock will pull back. And when they pull back, the assets that weren't performing very well are going to get smoked. And I think you'll catch resolution on this chart. Very, very bad. All right. We have 4 minutes till the close. Just running on the clock at this point. Oh man. I think this is my last Friday stream. Just being real with y'all. It's the last one. Oh man, 5.5 years. Can't say I didn't do everything I could. I mean, you can't say I didn't try. All right, so here it is. 3 minutes. Looks like you'll close above the level, so it'd be like a false bearish breakdown with the candle close confirmed. But bearish engulfing candle is still active, valid until a daily candle close above 27.2 occurs. So you're not out of the woods. And if you look at the total chart, it's really tough to be optimistic until the buyers push the price above 1.1 trillion. Two minutes till the close. All right, 2 minutes. All right, it's going to be confirmed. Confirmed false bearish breakdown, but you're not out of the woods yet. Price needs to, the buyers need to get the price higher. A lot higher. I mean, clearing like 27.5 to 28K is really what you need to do. But then you got to test the supply line. And you got, maybe you're setting up for one more lower high. There could be classic distribution if we really rally off this low here. So there's just insurmountable amount of things that have to occur, like price action, to start feeling like better about Bitcoin. Same with it's even worse on total. But you can't say it's not going to happen. Nothing's certain. So it could, man. I hope it does. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. All right, there's your daily candle close. There it is. You did it. Great. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll be back.